Morning, Crypto News Nation. I've been dumping convex CVX tokens to buy more Bitcoin and Ether. I've got a sizable amount of convex tokens, and I was talking to a friend yesterday about they're getting into the IBIT and Grayscale, and some other people were asking me why people were dumping Grayscale, why they dumped 100,000 Bitcoin, and the only reason is because Grayscale is charging a 1.75, I think, annual percentage rate, the custodial fee, whereas the IBIT is charging 0.25%. And inevitably down the road, all of them are going to have the same fees, right? They're just competing for Bitcoin right now, so that's why IBIT is accumulating so many Bitcoin. They have the lowest fees. They manage $12 trillion in assets, amongst other things. And so IBIT's going to continue to grow. Grayscale is going to continue to dump, but inevitably, Grayscale is going to get to the point where they're going to stop dumping Bitcoin in the market. And we're still seeing this. Miners are only producing 450 Bitcoin a day, and there's almost 10 times the number of Bitcoin that are being mined are being bought up by these trusts and by retail investors, by countries, by whomever. So this loaded Bitcoin spring is getting ready to go. So I tell people right now, if you don't have enough money to buy Bitcoin, buy IBIT, buy Fidelity's Bitcoin. There are a dozen or so different ways you can invest in Bitcoin through the stock market, through your broker, and you really need to get on board, because if Bitcoin is going to 1 million, and it's going to 10 million, it's going to 1 billion in the next 30 years. I won't be around, but if it does, these shares, these IBIT shares, these Fidelity shares, Invesco shares, they're going to follow suit. I wouldn't be surprised to see a $5,000 or $10,000 IBIT share down the road. I mean, 3 to 5 years down the road. But if you can get them at $40 a share right now, you're foolish to not do that. So my suggestion is, if you have a brokerage account with E-Trade or Fidelity or whoever, well, it's not E-Trade. E-Trade got bought out by, I don't know who they got bought out by. I have an E-Trade account, but someone else manages it. And you don't want to buy Bitcoin, you can invest in these trusts. Do it. Do not throw your money away. The United States dollar is being printed into oblivion. Other dollars or currencies are going to get stronger. Bitcoin is going to be the digital gold of the future. It already is. And like I said, if you can't afford to buy Bitcoin, or you don't understand Bitcoin, you're afraid to lose your Bitcoin, you don't know about warm or cold storage, multi-sig wallets, whatever, don't worry about it. Just buy IBIT. Even though I own a ton of Bitcoin that I've accumulated over the last almost 14 years, I'm still buying IBIT. I take a little bit of my paycheck, $1,000 maybe a month, and I'm buying IBIT just for fun. So if you don't do it, if you've got money in a 401k and you are able to buy Bitcoin shares, I'm not giving you financial advice, just in case something down the road, a black swan event happens, you need to get into these Bitcoin shares, these ETFs with the different with your broker. So go and investigate it. Look up Bitcoin IBIT with Grayscale. Look up the Fidelity or the Invesco or whatever, and do the investment that way. That's my advice to you. So anyway, I'm sitting in a lunchroom right now screwing around. This is Crypto Noobs Nation. Let's go make some money. And Bitcoin is going to go, my prediction is, today's Monday? Probably by next Monday, within the next week, I think Bitcoin is going to run through 75,000. We'll see.